second I start the video, I get a text. Because I'm popular or something. We'll worry about this later. So, I was in the Highlands today in Scotland. It was a very nice trip. Went up to Loch Lomond and then a couple other lochs around there. They're beautiful. Really very scenic. No complaints. Great day. Definitely fantastic. Then I went back through the city of Glasgow. I don't know anyone there really, or like I don't have any peers really, and so I thought, well, I could try to go out there tonight and just like meet people randomly and go to like places that are cool on the internet that they say. But I'm like, you know what? It's too much effort to socially engineer. I was doing that all the whole Fringe week. I know it's too much effort to make a night out of nothing, to make something out of nothing. Don't know anyone, don't know any place. It's just too much work. So I'm like, fuck it. So I'll come back to Edinburgh. So after the day in the islands, it was a great day, outdoorsiness. I hopped on a train from the Glasgow Queen Street station, heading back to the Edinburgh Haymarket station. It's a pretty good. It's like a 45-minute train. So I get on the train, but the train, it was not the origin station, so there's already people on the train. Excuse me. Oh, here we go. What? No, that's not now. So this is killing my flow here. Someone across there's a window behind this computer right now, and someone sees me walking around. This is weird right now. They must. Hello. No, it's just a video for my. They can't hear me, but I look weird because there's an open window, and I'm just like talking to you guys. Anyway, so where was I? We're on the train, and we're on the train. Got it. Okay, so I'm on the train from Glasgow to Edinburgh, but it's not the beginning. It's not the origin. So there's people on the train. And I've been on NJ Transit for a lot of years. I know the drill. You get on trains with people on it. It's not rocket science to me. I'm sorry. Look, I'll put it on. Oh, here we go. I'll answer that in a minute. Okay, where was I? So I put it on silent. So this bit of me getting lost and coming back to the video, it's over. I hope you guys had a good time. Rule of 2, comedy. You know what I mean? Do it twice, and then that's the only time it's. So, okay, so I'm on the train, New Jersey Transit, right? So I've done this before, okay, New Jersey Transit, you get on the train, and here's what you do. You walk around, and you see, first of all, there's an open seat, to take it, right? But this train, there was mostly seats with one person was sitting. There were seats usually there were 2, right? So there'd be one person and then an open seat. There were also seats where they'd have 2, a table, and another 2. But generally, there was no clear, totally open seats, so that would make the choice easy. So that's when we go into a second sort of line of choice making. So when there's not open seats, you have to go to a new decision tree, and that is, you try to sit next to you sit next to a cute girl. Okay, sue me, right? This is America, so to speak. I sit next to a cute girl. I want to sit next to a cute girl. So you have to you just look around, but you can't seem like you're playing your options too much. Right? You can't so you're like, all right, maybe I'll come back to you, because then it's weird. You walk past, there's clearly other seats that you could sit in, and you come back and sit there. It's like, okay, something's up. So you have to make a choice when you see it there. You can't go past and come back. So naturally, I did do that in this. So I'm walking around. I saw one cute girl. I could sit there. That'd be nice. Let's keep going. Let's play the field. You're a young man. Let's keep walking. So I keep walking through the train, and I see there's a table. There's one of the table seats, right? Table 2, and only one person. A girl is sitting in that for us. There's one person by the window in this table. And I see her, and she seems pretty cute. She's got this very bright red hair. I can't see her face very much. I just get the sense she's cute, but again, I do a slight walk past, but because it was almost the end of the train, so it's reasonable to walk past a little bit. There's nothing good down there. All right, so great. I come sit down. Can I sit here? I say, or mind if I sit? Something like, do you mind if I sit here? And she, I think she's like, yeah, sure, something like that. But in her accent, I sit down. Okay, great. Things are going great. So I look at her and I notice, wow, this is a beautiful girl. She's younger than me now these days. Girls are younger than me now, unfortunately. She's in that range of she could be honestly, she could be 17 to 23. That's I don't know, British is different. I don't have a handle on the ages, and she's pretty, and so I don't really know how old. She's a little younger than me, whatever. Let's call her 21. I don't know. She's very pretty. And so I'm sitting, she's sitting, okay, I got this. The train's going this way at me, right? She's sitting at the window across me to the left. So I'm sitting, if you look, yeah, so I'm here, and then she's here by the window, and the train's going that way. So okay, great. So you understand. This is important. You need to understand. So, okay. So I'm sitting there, and this girl's very well put together. She's very well dressed. She was wearing this white, oh boy, I'm not good at explaining fat. She was wearing this white top or something. Anyway, it was fairly. You could tell she had a very like fancy lacy kind of bra under it. This is not creepy. This is just men. We notice these things. She's wearing this white top, kind of like flowy, but still kind of, and it's like whatever bra under it. So it looks very nice. And she's wearing these pants that are like kind of like maybe she's doing a work type thing. She's in class. Just kind of like they were kind of all business a little bit. They're like, but they ended kind of like there, like they ended a little high. So there's some ankle showing. But they're like these kind of work like pants, but also fashionable. I don't know. You guys are geniuses with this stuff. So whatever. She's wearing a very, very nice outfit. She has remarkable facial structure, high cheekbones, makeup on such that part of the cheek was darker than the other to give this sort of contrast, to accentuate the cheekbone. Definitely, it was great. She had this bright, red hair, with like some of it up in a ponytail back, and then some of it down like this past her. So it was this interesting hairstyle that had sort of that fun-loving ponytail and the like. Sort of graceful kind of long hair thing. Very cool, very interesting haircut. Just pretty much like perfect. Very like blue eyes. I could tell were nice, but we'll get to those later. So very pretty blue eyes. Pale, lightly freckled skin. Very bright red hair. Thin, probably taller than me. She's a good looking woman. Okay, great. So you understand. I look like this. I don't think I was wearing the hat. I'm wearing it now because I don't like the way my hair looks. So I wasn't wearing it then. So I was like this. I was looking like normal. So I'm on the train, and we're riding. So I'm like, the whole time I'm sitting there, like, just act normal. Don't seem like you're thinking about it. I can't think about anything with this girl. She's like, she's got me. She's like, got me in her, like, I don't know. I can't not think about this girl. So I just do what normal people do in trains. Look at your phone, sleep. Do normal things like, train things. So I'm like, all right, just do these train things. But the whole time I'm doing these train things, I can't stop thinking about this girl. I'm like, don't look at her too long. When you look up, don't look for too long. She can tell you're looking probably. Occasionally she'd look over me only because she could probably sense someone's looking at her. I'm like, oh God, don't look too much. Do normal train things. So I pretended to sleep. So I pretended to think about things that weren't her. So things were going fine. And then let's see, there was a couple of events here. I'm off script. There's no script. Okay, this is a non-linear. I'm just telling you how I feel. I think at one point. Okay, here's what it was. First interaction. It's called interaction alpha. She pulls out a mirror and starts doing some of her makeup. She's clearly very aware of how she looks. She knows she's attractive. She puts work into it, and she is. So she starts doing some makeup, and she's using this mirror. So I'm like, okay. It seemed that train's a little bit rocky, and she's like kind of struggling. So here is interaction alpha, okay? And in retrospect, it's not great. It wasn't a great first thing. After a little while, I said, what did I say? Oh yeah, okay. I said, hey, you want me to hold the mirror, so you can have both hands free? And she's like, oh, no thanks. Not in like that's a really weird thing to ask, but like that's a little bit of a weird thing to ask. And I picked it up and was like, that makes sense. Like I kind of thought maybe that was a little bit of a weird thing to offer, but I figured it could be helpful, so the helpfulness would outweigh how weird the question was. Talking too much, don't just. So I'm going on a little too much, and she's kind of like, but she wasn't really buying into the banter. Like she wasn't charmed by the like flustered banter. She's like, okay, that's not good. Strike one. They don't know baseball here, but human nature probably tells you probably have about 3 chances with someone. They don't think baseball is a great example here, but like to me, it's strike one. I'm an American, so to me, this is like strike one out of what I hope are 3 strikes, but who knows? So offer to hold the mirror up for her. Not good. So just retreat back to pretending like I'm thinking about anything else, which I'm not. Okay, some time passes. I pretend to sleep, look open. Sometimes I close my eyes, right? Maybe she's looking over me. So once I look and then open them up, not look at her, but like look. So she's in my periphery. She never was looking at me when I opened my eyes in my periphery. So that was kind of sucked. Okay, so interaction alpha, bad interaction. Okay, there's 3 of these or 4, I think. So I have to remember what they are because the last one's the one that matters. Let's call it B. B was. Okay. Oh, okay. B was. It was a very beautiful sort of sunset. It was a very nice kind of like view of the field, whatever the terrain. So I put my camera out on the window, and she noticed that I was taking a picture, and I was like, oh, interesting. She noticed I take a picture, and then right as I go to click take, because again I don't see where the train's going. I can't anticipate what's going to come. Right as I click it, a bunch of trees come by and ruin the picture. I'm like, oh, come on. Like, right when I click at the tree, I look over at her. And I'm like, it wasn't that good of a picture anyway. She's like, she kind of looks back and like, sees trees and like doesn't know what the view was because it's obviously obscured. So she like doesn't care. So we did talk there a little bit, and hopefully she felt some sympathy for my failed picture. But also she could hear me talk a little more now. And probably knows I'm American, so like that's interesting or something. But yeah, so interaction Bravo, my failed picture, not great. Didn't go that great. She didn't like engage. Like she wasn't like she didn't talk to me at all, and didn't seem to care that the picture was ruined. So Bravo didn't go great. Okay. So there was okay, let's just go over it. I'm not going to edit this video. This is going to be, we're just going to do a lot, So all this stuff here is going to stay in it. So if A was, what was A? A was the mirror, right? Didn't work. Well, you know what? Actually, A was, can I sit down? She's like, yeah, sure. Very friendly. So A was that. Alpha. Bravo was, can I hold the mirror up? Terrible. Not good. Weird thing to ask. Shouldn't have asked it. Charlie was the picture. Okay, now I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm still looking over. She's beautiful. She like has great. The profile shots are great. It's all great. She seems like I don't know nothing about her personality, but she's great. I love her. I'm falling in love. Can see my whole life together with her. Move out here. Visa issues abound. I'll figure it out. Or one of us. Once you're married, the visa thing sort of sorts it out. Plus the U.S. and U.K. special relations. It's not a big deal. I did envision myself in line at some kind of bureaucratic situation to get us to be able to have more time, access to our bodies to each other. But you have to think about the good things and the bad in your fantasy. So we had A, B, C, and what's D? Hold on. What's D? A was sit down. B was, pulled out all the stops. Okay, so here's one. I wanted to see. People will talk. I'm the master. Okay, I'm very good. I've realized at manufacturing, or like starting up conversations based on things that happen in the environment. Like just going up to a girl and talking, that's too high. I can't do that. I'm not good at that. But if there's a reason to start talking, I can jump on it. Like it's fantastic. I'm very good at it. It's very disarming. So fine. I need to manufacture one. The train is not providing me stimuli that are going to be able to be like, what I mean? So I need to manufacture one. So I have this moment of like, after in the middle of pretending not to think about her with my eyes closed maybe, or looking at my phone or something. I'm like, oh shit. Like I make it just audible enough, like shit. Like, oh crap, I'm worried about something. So I open up my bag, and I'm like looking, like, oh yeah, where is it? Pull out my passport, show the United States, have that angled out, but not like obviously. I mean, it wasn't like right in her face, it was only a couple inches from her face, subtle stuff. So I'm looking around, and I'm like, oh shit, where is it? Okay. And then I'm like, okay, it's fine. So I zip it up, kind of annoyed. I'm like, she's looking at me now because she noticed, but it wasn't a production, but she noticed. I was like, yeah, it's probably in the room. It's probably okay. Right back down to her phone or whatever. She did no follow-up questions. No like, oh, what are you looking for? Like, oh, where you're from? Oh, I'm in love with you too. None of that kind of stuff. None of that. So I'm like, shit. So that was ABC. That was Delta, right? Manufactured crisis for empathy. Nothing. Not good. I'm like, at this point, fuck. All right. So this is bad. So and this is a train, right? So there's a countdown, there's a timer to when this interaction, when I'm going to be near her, is going to end. That's pressure, right? That's pressure that's mounting. So we're approaching Edinburgh Waverley Station. Fuck, all right. I mean, there's a station after that too. She possibly could be going one station before, but I'm getting off at Edinburgh Waverley, so I don't care where she's going. She's either there or not. So I'm like, all right, well, I gotta pull out all the stops, and then fate, right, nature, whatever it is. No, wait, sorry, no, okay. This is a real story. I'm flustered by the day. So she gets up at a station en route, not the last one, but one before Waverley. Oh, that's it. Well, I love you. Goodbye. I never see you again. She gets up, walks away. So now I scoot. I'm like, I didn't even say whatever. Like, what can I do? She didn't say bye. I didn't say anything. So I scooch over by the window. Now I'm chilling in the window seat. She's up there. We stop at the station, get off. I figure the story's over. I can hit stop now and put this on YouTube because I'm an aspiring comedian. I need to get my content out there. But no, story's not over. She walks back. Sits down in it. Now that I'm at the window, she's at the corner that way. So I'm here, and she's like this. Sits down. I'm like, oh, she's back. She didn't get off this. What happened? She didn't get up. Why did she get up? Why? She brought her thing with her. Why did she not get up? Oh my God, what is this? What's happening? Something's happening right now. This is magic. I say, because I'm like a cop, I say, oh, do you want your window seat back? I kind of thought you were gone. And she's like, oh, no, thank you. That was, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So that was interaction echo, A, B, C, D, or delta. I don't remember. Here comes echo, okay? This is it. This is the money. This is the money thing. So she's back. I have a new lease on life. She came back. They never come back. How? She came back. They never come back. So she sits down. She comes back. I'm like, Mike, you're a pretty cool guy. You for all your you can do this. You can do this. but I'm not doing anything. And then fate, right? Something happens, right? Somehow she sneezes, right? And I say, bless you. And she looks at me, right? We hadn't really made eye contact yet. Like, not like, so she looks at me, right? And she says, thank you. With a big smile, with a very nice smile. This was possibly the most beautiful eye contact I've ever made. I said that she has blue eyes, right? But that they were just the most beautiful eyes that I've ever seen. And she's staring right into my eyes with them. And it felt like she pierced through me, blood spewing out the back of my head. Like, this eye contact was, I forgot what it means to be alive and the human condition. You could ask me any question and I would be like, eyes, blue eyes. I knew not, I was completely useless. I don't know how long the eye contact lasted. Maybe it was the rest of the trip. Maybe it was the normal amount of time, like a second or something like that. Like when someone, like if someone sneezes and you say bless you, however that normally long happens. It could have been that long, it could have been forever. I don't know. It was the most intense few moments of my life. It was just, I was lost. What is science? What's the word for the thing that has 4 legs and you put food on? I don't know anything. I'm not quite sure how the moment ended. I think we both looked away, or I'm not sure who did first. Maybe it was her. And then for the rest of this train ride, I just was like, I'm picking up the pieces. Like, I don't know what just happened, but it was like something very special happened. I don't understand. It was just. It's one of those sometimes you get a face you won't forget. I just won't forget that face. Some faces you don't ever forget. Then we got to Waverly Station, and I got up. She was not leaving. I thought, maybe I should stay on the train. Then I thought, don't do that, Mike. That's weird. Don't do it. There's no positive outcome. She's not going to like you between then and now. Get off the train. So I got up. I may have muttered some semblance of a goodbye that was not needed and she didn't expect, because we're not friends, don't know her. All she was sneeze. So I get off, I walk out of the train, I look back, and there she isn't, because the train started moving, so never saw her again. It's gone. Yeah. I'll just never forget that moment. And, I don't know. New lease on life again. I mean, I thought that I had a new lease on life, but when she came and sat back down, I'm like, that's it, Mike. You've gone a lot of years, and this is I don't really believe, whatever. Some force was like, you know what? Let's cut you a break, Zicardo. All right, let's cut you a break. And then, some allergens or something, made her sneeze, and then we had this sort of. It's like, I don't really like Harry Potter very much. I think it's a shit series. I think it's just, whatever. Like, I'm in Edinburgh, right? Like, Tom Riddle's on a grave 50 feet from the cafe that she writes. Like, she couldn't, that's the length of her imagination. There's like a castle that like Hogwarts is based on. It's like out the window. The thing, you can't, that's it? That's all you're inspired by is like one block? Anyway, so Harry, yeah, right. So what was I, oh, right. So I did read the first 4 and then I grew up, and so I didn't, to be fair, I did go to the midnight release of the 5th book, and I read the first 100 pages. I'm like, fuck this. I mean, I didn't use that language yet. I was like, screw it. I was like, F this, dang this. 125 pages in. All that happens is Harry like flies on a broom to like the Order of Phoenix or something. It was so boring. It was the worst. The book was so long too. Can't you just make it shorter? So the point I'm saying is that there's a moment in the 4th book, Goblet of Fire, I think I don't remember exactly. It's like Harry and Voldemort like touch dicks or something like that, and then there's like this moment where the world freezes and he sees dead people and like sees his parents and all that kind of. It was kind of like that moment we made eye contact. It was kind of like when Harry and Voldemort like touched dicks. It was kind of like that. I think the chapter was called Veritaserum was the name of the chapter. I think. Something like that. So people can still these can still be seen through this window here. Like, ooh, interesting. They don't. Yeah, this is weird. I'm seeing people. This is like people are going out soon, so people are putting on going out apparel. So it's weird that I'm. Anyway, Don't look at them. This video's already creepy. Let's not be creepy, right? You're only supposed to commit one crime at a time, is what they say in the movie, TV, or something. Or maybe they don't say that at all. But yeah, so it was like Veritaserum, the chapter Veritaserum. Anyway, holy shit, this video is long. This is 20 minutes. This is a pilot. This is a 20-minute video. This is like a comedy pilot. I hope you guys liked it. Yeah, she was real. It definitely existed. It was real, and I'm really sad about it because she was so beautiful and she didn't like me at all. So, bye.